As your flight training progresses, your instructor will give you the flight controls more often and let you take command of the airplane. At first, a takeoff may seem complicated, but soon you'll perform each takeoff with ease. Before any takeoff, however, you need to complete the pre-takeoff checklist. When you have completed the checklist, contact the tower for takeoff clearance. Then check the traffic pattern, including the arrival and departure paths for other aircraft. As you taxi onto the runway, align the airplane with the center line and roll forward enough to center the nose wheel. Choose a point that is aligned with the runway. Use it as a reference for maintaining runway heading after you're airborne. This is a good time to turn on your transponder. Also, make a quick check of the windsock to verify the wind direction and speed. To prevent inadvertent use of the brakes during takeoff, slide your feet down so that the balls of your feet are on the lower part of the rudder pedals. Begin the takeoff roll by applying full power. As the airplane accelerates, glance at the engine instruments and the tachometer to confirm that takeoff power is available. If the winds are calm or are directly down the runway, keep the ailerons neutral during the ground roll. As the airplane accelerates, maintain directional control with smooth, positive rudder pedal pressure. Rudder effectiveness will increase as the airspeed increases. As the airspeed approaches liftoff speed, smoothly apply back pressure to rotate the airplane to the takeoff attitude. In most training airplanes, this attitude is similar to the normal climb attitude. Maintain this attitude until the airplane lifts off the runway. With the proper attitude, your airplane will become airborne near the climb speed. You should then adjust this pitch attitude to maintain climb airspeed. Maintain the runway heading until reaching a safe turning altitude. At this point, if you plan to stay in the traffic pattern, initiate a turn to the crosswind leg. If not, depart the area according to local procedures. The previous takeoff discussion assumed that the wind was light or directly down the runway. But what do you do if you have a crosswind? A crosswind tends to push and roll the airplane to the downwind side of the runway. The nose of the airplane will also have a tendency to turn into the wind. This is known as weather vaning. Some manufacturers provide crosswind component charts which list the maximum demonstrated crosswind component velocity. Before beginning the takeoff roll, check the windsock to determine the wind direction, and then position the ailerons into the wind. Full aileron deflection may be required at low speeds when control effectiveness is minimal. As the speed increases and the ailerons become more effective, you may gradually reduce the amount of aileron deflection. Hold the airplane on the runway until attaining a slightly higher than normal liftoff speed. At this point, establish the normal climb attitude by applying elevator back pressure. When the airplane is airborne, make a slight coordinated turn into the wind to establish a drift correction, or crab angle. Once the correction is established, level the wings and maintain the drift correction angle to climb out along the extended runway center line. As you practice takeoffs in various wind conditions, you will become increasingly comfortable with them.